All right, let's be real. Everyone's talking about AI, personalization, automation, and don't get me wrong, those are really important, but there's one shift that's happening that no one's talking about. A shift that's actually already changing how brands connect with their customers, how teams operate, and how businesses grow. And if you don't see it happening yet, you're already behind. Because while most marketing teams are still chasing leads, the best brands have actually figured this out and they're way ahead in the game and they're winning. So today we're breaking it down. What's changing, why it matters, and what you need to do about it before you start losing customers to brands that figured it out first. Hi, I'm Manusha Khanin, a marketer with a background in data science engineering, marketing, storytelling, and this is the Marketing Woman podcast. If you're into marketing, analytics, business, personal branding, or AI, we cover all of it here, so let's dive in. So we already know the big trends, right? AI-driven personalization, the creator-led marketing, cookie-less future, the push for first-party data. But these are the tools of marketing today. They're not the actual shift that I'm talking about. Because here's the thing. Tools don't fundamentally change the way we think about marketing, but the change that I'm talking about, it's already here and it's changing the entire approach. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And I'll get to that in a second. But first, let's talk about what's not working anymore. Marketing is moving from acquisition to sustained value creation. For years, marketers obsessed over lead generation, more MQLs, more traffic, more ads. But that model is already outdated. Because right now, customer acquisition costs are skyrocketing and consumers have become so used to these ads that they're constantly tuning them out. The best brands are doing something very different. Number one, retention-first strategies. They're basically keeping customer engaged, not just acquiring them. Number two, building communities. Not just an audience, they're actually having real brand evangelists. Number three, turning customers into advocates. People trust people more than they trust brands. How many times have you heard this statement? Think about it. Why do brands like Notion, Duo, Figma do way better than other brands? Because they've made themselves irreplaceable by constantly providing value. Most brands, even in 2025, focus on getting new customers, but the best ones focus on keeping the ones that are already there and make them feel like they never want to leave. This isn't just me saying stuff, it's actually backed by data. Customer acquisition costs are up by 60% in the last 5 years. Loyalty-driven brands are outperforming ad-reliant brands. Think about Amazon. Think about Apple ecosystem. Duolingo's gamification. RIP Duo. I really hope it's not true. 60 to 80% of B2B decisions are actually driven by referrals, not because of ads. So all of this means more brands are actually taking their ad spend and spending it more on content, community, and brand experiences. So the question is, if you're still prioritizing lead generation, how much money are you leaving on the table? All right, quick sidebar. I've been diving a little bit deeper into these marketing shifts and analytics and looking at these real-time insights and experiences and talk about strategies on my newsletter. For example, next week, I'm going to talk about how exactly brands are building communities that drive revenue. If you're not on the list, you're going to miss out on that. If this episode is making you think, I would love for you to be part of the conversation. The link to join the newsletter is in the description. It's completely free. And now let's get back into tips. So let's go back to what do you need to do now? Number one, stop thinking in funnels, start thinking in flywheels. This is not a new concept, but if you think about it, funnels focus on pushing customers through steps. Flywheels focus on moment, which means keeping them engaged and coming back. Number two, build a content and value ecosystem. Move from short-term campaigns into long-term relationship building. Think about community-first marketing. The best marketing isn't loud. It's where people are actually talking for you. And of course, AI helps, but it doesn't replace the human connection. It only amplifies it. So stop optimizing for clicks. Instead, track customer lifetime value, referral-driven growth, retention, and engagement rates. Because a high-performing ad, it gets clicks, but a high-performing brand, it starts conversations. I'm only going to say this. When 2025 ends, do you want to be a part of a brand or have a brand that's great at running ads? Or do you want to be part of a brand or work for a brand that's actually great at getting people to care about that brand itself? This is just one small part of something bigger that I'm exploring. And if this is your world too, let's stay in touch. And like I mentioned, I will be exploring more about this in my newsletter next week. So make sure you're signed up. The link's in the description and it is free. Message me or drop a comment on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear your take on this. And if this episode made you think a little bit differently, make sure to share it with someone who you think would love this. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the Marketing Women podcast, go fix that. More episodes coming soon, and I'll see you the next time. Follow the Marketing Women podcast on LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn. Follow me anywhere you want to. Check out my website, anushakannan.com/email list. And YouTube thinks you'll like this video. Check it out next. Peace.